disappointment can act as a barrier to intuition as well, where we start feeling hopeless. It's like, oh, this didn't happen. Oh, discouragement. Oh, it's never going to happen. Oh, it's hopeless. That can act as a barrier to being able to perceive beyond just our emotional reactions. So I thought what might be fun is for each of us to pull, just for fun, a barrier. Reflect on your impediment, whatever your impediment is that you chose. And you might find that the impediment that you picked out of the basket is not the one that has the most meaning for you right now. If you really feel that one of the other impediments speaks to you more, do what feels right to you. Whenever I'm giving exercises or suggestions, they're suggestions. There's no punishment if you decide to do something different. And if you follow the suggestion, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you must do it this way. I'm not suggesting that. I'm suggesting that you actually trust your own intuition. And you might be guided to do something differently. And yet, for the sake of the exercise, it might be interesting to work with the impediment that you received, to see where it takes you and what you can learn. We're now going to do experiential work and play, if you will, on releasing an impediment to intuition. And what I'm going to do is guide you through an inner piece through the 12 senses so that you can get an experience of how the 12 senses might work from your own experience. And then you'll share that with your partner, whatever your intuition has to give to you. Now, the basic focus is we are going to be, you all have your wonderful identified impediment, so you're going to focus on it. And we are going to look at the sensations that you have associated with that impediment. That will be a gateway to your clairsentience. And we're then going to focus on the emotions. And that will be a gateway to a telepathic message, either from someplace in your own past, or maybe it's something that you're experiencing here. Like, let's say you happen to have a feeling of inadequacy as your favorite impediment, and you walked up to somebody and you felt inadequate, and they immediately kind of turned and talked with somebody else, and you absolutely are totally sure it's because you're unworthy. So, you can go with the immediate experience if you want to. These things, it may also have that there's a telepathic message from the past. That's fine too. But you're going to use the emotions as signals. Whether it's a sensation, it is a signal from your intuition. Our thoughts, our feelings, our body sensations, everything in the physical world is a manifestation of spirit and spiritual principle. And what we're learning to do is translate these signals into insight and awareness that allows us to awaken and fulfill our true self, to realize something that can help us take whatever our next step might be. So after emotions, we're then going to begin looking at different kinds of guidance. And along with that guidance, we will then begin to work through all of, and this would be the thought kind of impression. And then we'll move on to seeing, and on to intuiting, and then on to spiritual discrimination. Okay, enough said. So take a moment now to reflect on the impediment that you've chosen. If, for example, it is the need to be right or self-righteous, reflect on a time that you felt particularly self-righteous or resentful about something, or a time that you had regrets, or it might be a time that you felt inadequate or unworthy, or a time that you were disappointed. Whatever the impediment is, just allow yourself to focus and close your eyes. And as you bring that impediment forward, take a few deep breaths. Each breath you take is bringing in spiritual energy into the body. The oxygen and the subtle energy is allowing the body to relax as you turn your attention inward. And now, review again the scene or experience or memory of a time that that impediment surfaced, a time that perhaps you didn't listen to yourself or trust yourself or didn't act on what you knew. And when you reflect on that experience, whether it's loneliness or helplessness or even self-righteousness or need to be in control, whatever it is, notice now the sensations in your body. Notice how your body feels. And notice there may be many, many sensations in your body. Choose the sensation that has the most energy, wherever that is. Now allow yourself to touch that place in your body. Touch it with your mind, with your awareness, or with your hand if you wish to send healing, or with your breath. You can touch that part of your body with your awareness, your hand, or your breath. And notice how that part of your body responds as you touch it, becoming aware of the impediment. And just acknowledge now and say, yes, I am aware of you. I am aware of this barrier to trusting myself. That you are resting right here in the body. Now ask that part of your body, where does this energy come from? Is it mine or someone else's? And notice how the body responds. Now ask that part of your body, what is the emotion or feeling associated with this block to intuition? And again ask, is this feeling mine or someone else's? Who does it belong to? now ask if there were a message in this part of my body. What is the message? What do you want me to know? While I am guiding this meditation, at many times you may wish to open your eyes and jot down a few notes or thoughts to yourself in your journal. Or you can stay with your eyes closed. You do not need to listen to my words. Or if you wish, you can listen to every word. Or you may find that your attention moves in and out. In and out. Like the breath. Whatever you do is just right for you right now, as you become aware of the sensations in your body, the feelings and the thoughts associated with this barrier to intuition. As you become aware of whose energy it is, whose feeling, or perhaps the tone of voice, if it's male or female. Or if it's you, if it's from an earlier time. Just rest and ask yourself, how old am I? This barrier, when did I take this on or adopt this? And as you ask the question, who or where or how did this barrier get put in place? Notice that your inner vision begins to open. Perhaps you perceive an image or scene or memory that is calling to be healed. Or a circumstance or situation that needs to be changed in a way that you can be free from the impediment. The block or barrier to your intuition can now be released. Imagine that you can put forth a prayer or awareness to understand the pattern associated with this particular impediment. Whether it is for you personally or from your family, wherever it comes from, become aware of the pattern that holds this in place. And put out a prayer that it can be released. And now ask, who or what can heal or release this impediment? What is needed to free me? From this barrier to self-trust. And take a deep, deep breath in now. And in the breath is very profound and powerful, subtle spiritual energies, bringing in the presence of a helper or awareness or support of whatever it is that you need now so that you may be free. And now allow yourself to imagine that you are receiving exactly whatever it is that you need, sending it to the one, whether it was from the past or present. And take a deep breath again and notice how your body feels, how your emotions feel, the thought or the message. And perhaps now you awaken to an awareness of an action that you can take that can help you integrate and demonstrate freedom. From this particular barrier to intuition. And now take a deep breath and realize what your life looks like as you envision yourself living from this place, acting in a way that integrates the deeper truth of your free, whole self. Observe what's similar or different as you envision your life. And take a deep breath again and send healing to that place in your body. Imagine that you are putting extra energy there to support the continued healing as you integrate this new awareness. And take as much time as you'd like to be with this energy, imagining and visualizing the actions you will take as a spiritual practice to support your freedom to be you, whole and free from obstructions to your intuition. Take your time, and when you're ready, and you'll know when that is, and then you can open your eyes and perhaps write a few thoughts down in your journal. So we have the 12 senses and we have the 13 impediments. I think it's important to note that 12, just like we have 12 months in the solar year, we also have 12 senses that shed light on our spiritual awareness. And there are also 13 moons in the course of a year. You aware of that? 12 months and 13 moons. And the 13 impediments are like the moon time that take us into darkness so that we can go into our own depths for greater healing. And through the reflected light of the sun, through the reflected light of our 12 senses, our inner senses, we are then able to awaken and heal. So the first reason for intuition, if there's a reason for intuition, is so that we can connect with our own spiritual resources for our own healing, for our own health, and for our own wholeness. Next, it's about being able to connect in the world, to bring spiritual resources to bear on our interpersonal relationships, on our sense of direction and purpose in life, and how it is that we interact and move forward.